Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Center. My name is Faye and I'll be your yoga instructor for today. So, gently find your way to your mat. Get in a comfortable sitting position and just be there, relax and breathe. Now, throughout this class, I want you to focus on your breath. Take slow and even breath, slow inhale and slow exhale. Now you can breathe in and out of your practice. Alright, just be there and breathe. Take slow and even breath. Relax and just feel comfortable on your mat. Now I'll wait for some others to join. I just want you to concentrate on your breath. Gently close your eyes. Breathe in and out of your nostrils. Now take 5 seconds. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Gently come back to a natural breath. Slow. And just be there. Check that you're letting your spine and you're opening up your chest. Now gently close your eyes one more time. Now gently inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause your breath and just be there for 5, 4, 3, 2. Gently exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. And pause your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now gently come back to your natural breath. Again, throughout this practice, check that you're flowing with your breath. Take slow and even breath. Slow inhale and slow exhale. Focusing on your breath helps you bring focus on you and your practice and helps increase blood circulation in your blood. So just try. You sometimes fall out of your practice, but gently come back to it whenever you remember. So now just take your arms outside. Check that your fingers are facing up. Lengthen your spine and gaze forward. Just be there and breathe. Again, slow and even breath. Now gently rotate your wrist inwards for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Release those tensions in your wrist. 3, 2. Now rotate it outwards for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now gently come back center. Take your arms out wide. Again, your fingers facing up. Open up your chest and lengthen your spine. Now gently rotate your shoulders inwards for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now rotate it outwards for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back center. Wiggle your arms. Just be there. Now let's start today's practice again. Our first pose should be child's pose. Check that your knees are out wide, your toes are touching. Gently sink your hips closer to your heels. Spread your arms long in front of you and gently drop your head down to the mat. Spread your fingers on the mat. Sink your hips closer to your heels. And just be there and breathe. Again, slow and even breath. Slow inhale and slow exhale. Slow inhale and slow exhale. Keep reaching your hand to the front of the mat. Spread your fingers, spread your palms down, drop your head down heavily, and just be there and breathe. Again, slow and even breath. You can take 5 seconds inhale and 5 seconds exhale, or 3 seconds inhale and 3 seconds exhale. Check that your breath is slow and even, and breathe in and out of your nostrils. Slow inhale and slow exhale. Just be there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now then press into your palms, tuck your toes in, lift your knees off the mat, push your shoulders away from you and come to your downward facing dog. Drop your head down heavily and just be there and breathe. Press into your palms. Check that your heels are off the mat. Push your shoulders away from you. And just be there and breathe. Slow and even breath for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now gently step your feet to the front of the mat. Now take your halfway lift. Inhale, your palms or your calf. Fold forward, exhale. Keep your hands up, high mountain pose. Inhale. Just be there and breathe. Slow and even breath. Keep reaching up, lengthen your spine. Just be there and breathe. Just focus on your breath and your practice. It's just you and your mat. Keep reaching up as you go through our first sun salutation. 8. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, slow and even breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently drop your palms down, fold forward. Just be there. Drop your whole palm down to the mat. Now take your halfway lift. Inhale. Check that your back is flattened. And fold forward. Step back to your low plank. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Again, walk a step your feet to the front of the mat. Take your halfway lift, inhale. And fold forward, exhale. Mountain pose, inhale. Keep reaching up. Just be there and breathe. Now gently interlink your tongue and go to your right. Reach into your right for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, gently come back center and go to your left for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, gently come back center and take your hands backward. Take your head back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently reach your hands up and pull forward with your palms down to the mat. Now take your halfway lift, inhale. And low plank, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. And downward facing dog, exhale. Now just be there and breathe. Slow and even breath. 5, 4, 3, 2. Again, walk or step your feet to the front of the mat. Take your halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Mountain pose, inhale. Keep reaching up. 10, 9, 8. Lengthen your spine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently fold forward with your palms down to the mat. Now take your halfway lift, inhale, and low plank, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale, flatten your feet, and downward facing dog, exhale. Again, focus on your breath. If you've lost your breath, you can gently come back to it. Slow and even breath. Push your shoulders away from you. Drop your head down heavily and breathe. Breathe in and out of your nostrils. Now at the end of the next inhale, gently walk or step your feet to the front of the mat. Take your halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Now bring your toes together, your thighs together, sink your hips closer to the mat, and gently sweep your hands up to the sky. Chair pose. Now go deeper with every exhale. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, go deeper. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, go deeper. Just be there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently drop your palms down to the mat. Spread your legs out. Just be there and breathe. Slow and even breath. Take your halfway lift, inhale. And low plank, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. And downward facing dog, exhale. Just be there and breathe. Slow and even breath. Now step your right foot forward, cradle lunge. Step your right foot forward, stack the front knee. Check that your left leg is still as it was in your downward facing dog. Lift your left heel off the mat. Stack your knees, coil your hip, and gently sweep your hands up and gaze forward. Lengthen the back leg and just be there. Slow and even breath. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now gently drop your palms down to the mat and step back to your low plank. Upward facing dog, inhale. And downward facing dog, exhale. Again, focus on your breath. Now step your left foot forward, cradle lunge. Now with this on the other side, your back leg still remains as it was in your downward facing dog. Stack your front knee, the left knee, square your hip, and sweep your hands up to the sky and gaze forward. Lengthen your spine and just be there and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now gently drop your palms down to the mat and step back to your low plank. Upward facing dog, inhale. and downward facing dog. Exhale. Just be there and breathe slow and even breath for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now walk or step your feet to the front of the mat. Take your half release, inhale, and fold forward. Exhale, drop your whole palm down to the mat. Again, bring your toes together, your thighs together, sink your hips deeper, and come to your child's pose. Sink your hips closer to the mat. Now bring your palms together to your heart center and take your right elbow to your left knee. Twist and open up your chest. Now if you can open up your arms and just be there and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently fold forward. Drop your palms down to the mat. Now take your half release, inhale, and low plank, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale, and downward facing dog, exhale. Again, slow and even breath. Just breathe in and out of your nostrils. Now step your right foot forward, crescent lunge, with your hands up, and just be there and breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Now gently drop your right palm down to the mat and your left arm up to the sky. Take your left leg facing 11 o'clock and take your arms up, gaze up. Just be there and breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently fold forward, drop your palms down to the mat. Step back to your low plank, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Again, focus on your breath. Breathe in and out of your nostrils. Now step your left foot forward, crescent lunge. Sweep your hands up, square your hip, and just be there and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now drop your left palm down to the mat. Check that your right leg is facing 2 o'clock. Take your right arm up to the sky and gaze up. Just be there and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently step back to your low plank. Upward facing dog, inhale, and downward facing dog, exhale. Feel the sensation from the crown of your head through your spine. Now walk or step your feet to the front of the mat. Take your half release, inhale, and fold forward, exhale. Drop your palms down to the mat. Now bring your toes together again, your thighs together, chair pose. Sink deeper into your pose. Go deeper still. Now bring your palms together to your heart center and take your left elbow to your right knee and twist, open up your chest. Now if you can, open up your arms or just be with your arms palms together. Just be there and breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently fold forward, drop your palms down to the mat. Take your halfway lift, inhale, and low plank, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale, and downward facing dog, exhale. Just be here and breathe. Slow and even breath. Now step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. Sweep your hands up to the sky. Now gently speed into your warrior two. Your arms along beside you. Stack the front knee, your left leg facing 9 o'clock. Just be there and breathe. Now plant your palms on your hip and turn both legs facing 9 o'clock. If you can, spread your legs out wide. Now gently interlink your fingers behind you. Open up your chest and gently bow forward, dropping your head down heavily. Now just be there and breathe. Slow and even breath. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release your palms and catch your big toe with your index finger and your middle finger. Just be there. Now gently gaze up. And bow forward, drop your head down. Take your halfway lift here. Bow forward, drop your palms down to the mat and step back to your warrior two. Now gently flip your right arm and reverse your warrior, taking your right hand back. Keep reaching for 5, 4, 3, 2, and step back to your low plank. Upward facing dog, inhale, and downward facing dog, exhale. Now let's do that on the other side. Step your left foot forward, crescent lunge. Sweep your hands up and just be there and breathe. Slow and even breath. Now gently spin into your warrior two. Your right leg facing 3 o'clock. Spread your arms along beside you, your palms facing down. Just be there. Go at your own pace. Try not to rush the process. Now turn both legs facing 3 o'clock. Take your legs out wide. Plant your palms on your hip and gently bow forward, dropping your head closer to the mat. Just be there and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now gently drop your palms down to the mat, your palms facing up. Just be there and breathe. Slow and even breath. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come back center, take your halfway lift, inhale, and fold forward, exhale. Step back to your warrior two. Stacking your front knee, your back is facing 3 o'clock. Your arms along beside you, your palms facing down. Look towards your left arm. Now gently flip your left arm and reverse your warrior. Take your left arm back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently step back to your low plank. Upward facing dog, inhale, flatten your feet down to the mat. Tuck your toes in and downward facing dog. Now gently come to your child's pose. Your knees out wide, your toes together. Sink your hips closer to your heels. Spread your arms long in front of you and drop your head down heavily on the mat. And just be there and breathe. Rejuvenate your energy here. It's okay to fall out of your practice, but once you acknowledge that you falling out of your practice, gently come back to it at your own pace. Flow in and out of every pose using your breath. Just be there and breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press into your palms, tuck your toes in, lift your knees off the mat, downward facing dog. Press into your palms, pull your shoulders away from you. So now that we've completed the sun salutation A and B, let's move on to some balancing poses. Now gently walk your feet to the front of the mat. Take your halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Mountain pose, inhale. Keep reaching up. And bring your palms together to your heart center. Now, take your right arm underneath your left, your right elbow underneath your left. If you can, catch your palms, but if you can't, just be there. Now, bend your knees, bring your knees together, sink your hips deeper, lift your elbows up. Take your right leg over your left, and just be there and breathe. For 5, 4, 3, open up your chest. 2, spread your shoulders. And 1, come back center, mountain pose. Now take your left elbow underneath your right. If you can, catch your palms. Bend your knees, lift your elbows up, and take your left leg over your right. Sink your hip deeper. Just be there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up, mountain pose. Again, let's do that on the right. Your right elbow underneath your left. If you can, catch your palms, lift your elbows up, bend your knees, and take your right leg over your left. Sink your hip deeper, and just be there and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up, mountain pose. Let's do that on the other side. Your left elbow underneath your right. Bend your knees and take your left leg over your right. And just be there and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up, mountain pose. And bring your palms together to your heart center. Now take your right knee up. Inhale. Just be there for 5, 4, flex your feet, open up your chest. 3, 2. Now press into your airplane pose, taking your legs back, your palms facing down. Open up your chest and just be there and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now take your arms long in front of you, lengthen both legs, just be there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your palms down to the mat. Now take your right arm up to the sky, open up your legs, and just be there and breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, your ragdoll arms, your opposite palm to your opposite elbow. Bend your knees and drop your head down heavily. Now swing your elbows from side to side. Now drop your palms down to the mat. Take your half-release inhale. Fold forward, exhale, mountain pose. Inhale. And bring your palms together to your heart center. Now let's do that on the other side. Your left knee up. Flex your foot and just be there and breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Now gently press into your earthen pose, your palm facing down. Just be there and breathe. Open up your chest for 5, 4, 3, 2. Take your arms long in front of you and just be there and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now gently drop your palms down to the mat. Take your left arm up to the sky. Lengthen both legs and flex your feet. Just be there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your ragdoll arms opposite palm to your opposite elbow. Drop your head down heavily. Just be there and breathe. Now drop your palms down to the mat. Take your half-release inhale. Fold forward, exhale, mountain pose. Inhale. And bring your palms together to your heart center. Now catch your left ankle from the inside. Now lift your right leg up. Take your left arm up to the sky. Gaze forward and just be there and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back center. Now let's do that on the other side. Catch your left ankle from behind. Reach your right arm up. Go at your own pace. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back center. Now let's go for our tree pose. Plant your palms to your inner calf or your inner thigh. Now check that you're not placing it on your knee so you don't damage the knee. You can just put it on your inner calf or your inner thigh. Now bring your palms together to your heart. Just be there and breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up, mountain pose, and bring your palms together to your heart center. Now let's do that on the other side. Plant your left foot to your right inner thigh or your right inner calf. Again, your palms together to your heart center or your arms up to the sky. Just be there and breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back center. Reach up high, mountain pose, and gently fold forward. Take your halfway lift and low plank. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Now push your weight forward to your high plank and low plank. Come up to your upward facing dog and downward facing dog. High plank one more time. Low plank. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Again, high plank. And while I count down to 5, gently come down to the mat. Bringing your elbows closer to your ribs, bending your elbows for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your arms along beside you, your palms facing down. Now, if you need to hydrate, just gently every time you're this here, you need to drink water. Always drink water, please. Now, gently come back to your mat. Plant your palm beside you. Now come back to center. Lift your feet off the mat, your palms off the mat, your chest off the mat. And just be there and breathe. For 5, keep lifting higher. 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back to center. Again, come back to your second lotus pose. Lift your legs off the mat, your palms off the mat, your chest off the mat. This time lift higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back to center. Now catch your ankles from behind, from the outside. Now lift your chest off the mat. Press your legs backward. Open up your chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back to center. Rock your body from side to side. Now catch your ankles one more time and lift up. Keep lifting for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back to center. Again, rock your body from side to side. Now plant your palm beside your chest. Lift your chest up. Just be there to your upward facing dog and breathe. Open up your chest. Slow and even breath. Just be there, lengthen your spine. And press back to your downward facing dog. Now walk your feet to the front of the mat and come lying down on your back. Gently lie on your back. Now plant your feet down to the mat. Lift your hip up to the sky. Interlink your fingers underneath you and press your hip higher. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now gently come back down. Again, let's do that one more time. Lift your hip up, interlink your fingers underneath you. Reach it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back down. Now plant your feet together, your knees out wide, one arm to your chest and one arm to your belly button. And let's take 10 breaths here. Slow and even breath. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Now gently plant your palms, come back center, plant your palms underneath your hip, take your feet up to the sky, just be there, flex your feet. Now drop your right leg 1 centimeter close to the mat. Now gently roll your shoulders up, tuck your chin in, just be there for 5, 4, 3, 2, come back center. Now take your left leg 1 centimeter close to the mat, roll your shoulders up, tuck your chin in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back center. Now this time, bring both legs 1 centimeter close to the mat. Roll your shoulders up, tuck your chin in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze your knees to your heart. Now gently rock up sitting and rock back down. Let's take 5 rock and roll, rock up sitting and rock back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up to sitting. Now squeeze interlink your arm underneath you. Squeeze your knees to your heart. Lift your feet off the mat. Now take your right leg long. Just be there and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come back center. Your left leg long. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come back center. Now take those legs up to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back center. Now take both legs long in front of you. Plant your right foot to your left inner thigh. Now gently lengthen your spine, flex your feet, sweep your hands up, and gently bow forward, catching your toes. Now if you can't catch your toes, you can bend your knees, drop your head down heavily, and catch your toes. Just be there and breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back center and change sides. Your left foot to your right inner thigh. Flex your feet, lengthen your spine. Now sweep your hands up and bow forward, catching your toes. Just be there and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back center. Now take both legs long. Lengthen your spine. Sweep your hands up high and bow forward, catching your toes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now plant your palm beside your hip, lift your hip up to the sky, take your head back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back center. Now just lie on your back, lift your feet off the mat, take your legs up to the sky. Again, plant your palms underneath your hip and just be there and breathe. Lengthen your legs and flex your feet. Just be there for 5, 10, 9. Again, focus on your breath. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Take your arms out wide and look to your left. Gaze to your left and just be there and breathe. Slow and even breath. Now gently come back to center and change side. Your knees to the right, to the left. Spread your arms and gaze to your right. Just be there, close your eyes and breathe. Now gently come back center. Take your legs long. Your palms long beside your palms facing up. Your heels together. And gently close your eyes and breathe. Again, slow and even breath. Slow inhale and slow exhale. Breathe in and out of your nostrils. Sensation from the crown of your head to your spine. Feel your lungs expand as you breathe in and collapse as you breathe out. Get comfortable with not knowing and don't rush the process. Love your body and love yourself. Just be there and breathe. In, feel the hair come into your right arm. Come into your left arm. In, feel the air coming to your right leg. In, feel the air come into your left leg. Just focus and breathe. Slow and even breath. Now gently release yourself from your practice, gently come out of your practice. Come back to your natural breath. Now when you're ready, you squeeze your knees to your heart and roll to the right side to rest your heart on the right. Just be there for a few seconds. And when you're ready, you come up to a comfortable sitting position. Hands in prayer, eyes closed. Bring your palms together to your heart center. We say, may we find love, joy, and peace always. Namaste. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. See you next time on Dew Center. Bye-bye.